gentlemen, children of all ages, Boomers and GLB Production proudly presents to you. We are coming with a SummerSlam hot take. We have the man with the brain cage. I forget his nickname.
The Machine.
Brain cage. Wearing the new CM Punk shirt. We have from Detroit, Audie.
What up, though?
And wearing for
He is Limitless.
For He is Limitless shirt with the SummerSlam background in the back, wearing the sunglasses inside because, okay, we and they got me, that boy with the totally awesome Demon Slayer. See, let's see. We are here. We are the three not so wise men talking wrestling podcast. And, let's just get to it. We have a lot to get to. SummerSlam is this week. Last week, we had the ROH pay-per-view. We had a really, really, really good Dynamite a couple days ago. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So, I know you didn't see Dynamite.
No, I didn't.
But Chris, how do you feel about how Dynamite went? We aren't going to go through all of it, but we're going to hit the big points.
So overall, it was a good show. Jungle Boy had his first promo on Christian Cage, so that was cool. Look,
let's talk about what we really want to talk about, okay? It is a sad day in AEW because the one group that we all were slowly all becoming a united group. Our boys Team Tazz. First, Danhausen faced our boy Ricky Starks for the FTW title. Obviously, he's going to beat Danhausen, but he decided to have another, come out, open call. And who answered the call? That's right. Danhausen's tag team partner. And when I tell you, from the time that he came out to the time that he won, so yes, congratulations to him on being the new FTW champion. When he won, that pop.
Yeah.
Woo! So good.
I was like, all right, yep, he's getting there. He's definitely getting there. And sadly, though, that's not the end of it. Because our boy Powerhouse Hobbs decided to turn his back on our boy.
Ricky.
And now he's going heel. How do y'all feel about that?
Two things.
Let's just give it up to Ricky
Chris.
Starks. Because that promo he cut after that match, oh my God. Ricky Starks is a star.
Yes.
That promo was 100% baby face.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
They're definitely turning him babyface.
So when Hobbs hit him, I looked away from my screen for a second. It happened so damn fast. I had to go back and rewind it. I was like, wait, what's happened? Oh, my heart.
Yeah. I was heartbroken for it.
I mean, it's just it's like the evolution of Team Tazz.
Yeah.
I guess so.
They all moving up in their own way.
I mean, the reason why I liked it is because they broke up Team Tazz, but everybody's can go their own separate ways. Obviously, Ricky and Powerhouse are about to feud for a little bit.
Yep.
Ooh, excuse me. And then Hook has just always been going off doing his own thing. So it's just great that Hook brought the FTW championship back to the family.
Yeah.
All right. So I heard about it. I missed it. Thank God I missed it. I actually hopped up on Twitter. And when I hopped up on Twitter, AEW had the video of Hobbs turning his back on him and my heart stopped.
It was a mean clobber too.
Yeah, it was. My heart stopped. A tear came from my eye. And all I thought was, this wasn't supposed to happen this way, which is why I do have my boy the Machine, Brian Cage, letting y'all know that he is still All Elite because it was supposed to be him to break down the Team Tazz. Like that feud and everything was supposed to go. In fact, I even said that. I said, man, Team Tazz is done. I'm sad. Brian Cage should have been the one to destroy them. Hashtag, where's Brian Cage, right?
Where you at?
Yeah, he responded by saying what was supposed to be. Oh, well, as I recently said, here today, gone tomorrow. So he responded to me in that way, and I felt like it was more kayfabe than anything. But people did respond to it and everything. But if it is kayfabe, then I'm hoping that they find a way to work him back in there. But I doubt it. But I really do hope. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. They've already taken totally away from Brian Cage and ROH. They've now made it Prince. I'm not even going to try to mess up the name because I don't really know. Sorry.
Prince Nana?
Yeah, there we go. So who knows what's really going on, because a lot of people are having issues, per se, with not getting TV time, whether it's All Ego, Ethan Page, Brian Cage, hell, even Sonny Kiss has said something as well. And I mean, I get it, but what can you do? I definitely don't think they should have extended Brian Cage, but I have a feeling that Tony definitely knew that if he was released, he was going to the WWE.
Oh yeah, and I saw something recently where Brian Cage said in an interview that they was asking about did they think that his wife saying something really kind of like hurt him, and he was like, not really. There was more people in the back saying things to make stuff bad. And he was like, and he wasn't saying no names. It was like, y'all know who you are, and it just is kind of like stopped his run on that, and that was and that's kind of crazy that, a lot of that still goes on, because we done heard people like stuff like that happening in the old regime and stuff like that back in the 80s. But I know that it still happens. But
wrestlers are very fickle. They're like any other entertainer. They are mentally, I'm not going to say mentally weak, but they are mentally my spot, instead of just going out there and do your job. Everybody wants that top spot, and the people aren't afraid to, knock people out. There's no honor amongst thieves when it comes to wrestling at all. That's really it. Yeah. So like Brian Cage said, is I just come to work. I don't go hanging out with the boys. And sometimes that can get you a little bit. He's like, oh, he doesn't want to hang out with us.
Oh, he think he's
sometimes
too good.
It's just like, and usually it's like, I just don't want to drink. Just like Brody, or Brody Lee, when he would get done with his matches, he would go home. Like he would try to go home early just to be with his kids.
Right.
So I don't know, just fickle people. And Brian Cage, he's been over since he was in Lucha Underground. And like he has that body type and that athleticism where he should have already had at least a world title shot.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I've seen him, like how he handled himself. He got a personality. He's not like just some big meathead, like just talented, but he doesn't have the necessary skill. He's very eloquent. He's very smart. Like he can talk. And so there's no reason why he should be like where he's at right now. He should,
Don't make no sense.
And shout out to him for making his money, because he did sign this extension. And we know that people.
Well, no, he didn't sign it. Tony Khan just, because with what I know, they have like you have your regular deal, and then they can extend you like for a year. That extension is just like another sports. It's like
okay. So it's the coach option or the team option. I thought that they offered it to him and he took it. Well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, because like, why are you going to do that? Even when Tony Khan did it, Brian was like, "What? I didn't know about this."
Yeah, that's something that Vince would do. That is a Vince McMahon move, hoarding talent. And I am definitely on the side of the fans. Let him go so we can see him go shine someplace else. If he shines with WWE, hey, it gives Roman a new challenger. It gives Seth somebody else to work with. It would have just made some more. And yeah, that's not cool. For all the love that I have for AEW, that is one of the... Yeah, that's disheartening to hear. But anyway, what else happened on
they finally announced what we've been waiting for 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Should have happened.
Yeah.
Trios titles.
Yes.
Yes. And with that, we all know that for some reason, Tony Khan wasn't going to bring those trios titles until somebody was ready to come back. So obviously, we know Kenny's ready to come back.
Yep.
Granted, I really, really wish Tony Khan wouldn't always rely on the elites. Like,
got too much talent.
There's a lot of talent. I mean,
that goes to what Brian Cage, Sonny Kiss, them were all saying. It's like, yo, there's so many people that are hurt right now. Hell, Darius got hurt. So wish you a speedy recovery, my guy. But him waiting on Kenny Omega to get back goes back to what you were saying with timing. Yo, now like people want the trio titles, but
they not dying for it. Yeah, it's not like one of those big things. It was like cool. It was more like a finally. It wasn't like, oh my God, they got it. It's like about damn time. And
like, I don't know, where is the All Pacific champion since he's won it at Forbidden Door? He has not been on TV since. Yeah. Granted, he's been overseas, and I believe he's been defending it over there a few times. And
here's the thing, though. If they make that type of title where he plays ambassador for it, then all right, cool. But Shotzi!
If they're going to do that, they need to still show
him on. Yeah.
Like, even if they do it like, all right, do it on AEW Dark or Dynamite, but all right, so we're going to go to a match that our all Pacific champion, or put on their YouTube channel, put on Twitter. Like, we need to see that title.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. That they can do a pre-taped or hey, this came out let that be an opening match for Dynamite or Rampage, and let that just it does got to be seen. It has to be seen.
So we were looking up some of the trios teams. We have the Jericho Appreciation Society, Blackpool Combat Club, Dark Orders, Best Friends, Death Triangle, House of Black, and the Gun Club. I left out the Elite and the Undisputed Elite because they're pretty much all hurt. Without the Elite and the Undisputed Elite, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. And you're doing the tournament. And if you add an ROH team, I don't know, Dawn Castle and the Boys, or whoever else. Because actually, they are the trio champions in ROH.
Yeah.
So with them being the trio champion in ROH, that should give them like that little, you can go for the AEW trios too. Yeah. They won't win, but that's just a way that you can
bring them in.
Bring ROH and AEW together for something. Yeah. And instead of having to focus on the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, on the ROH pay-per-view, you can focus on AEW and that pay-per-view that's coming up. Because the Trios Championship is going to end, or the Crown of First Trios Champion, at All Out, All In, whatever. But it still is like, I get that All Elite Wrestling is basically the Elite's playground.
Yeah.
But like he's messing with people's momentum because all these teams, you see the Jericho Appreciation Society and you see the Blackpool Combat Club. Those are the only two teams that you see consistently. Yep. And that's because everybody else is hurt. They can put the best friends on there a lot more. Death Triangle, I get it. They are currently in a feud with Roosh and Andrade. Focus on that a little bit more. House of Black, I get it. Buddy Murphy is in Australia right now, which also pretty funny because in WWE, you know, Rhea Ripley pushed, you know, Rey Mysterio's daughter and she was dating Buddy Murphy. And now Rhea Ripley's dating Buddy Matthews, or Matthews Buddy. What's his name again now?
Yeah, that's Buddy Matthews.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then he put up on Twitter that they could fight over him in the ladder match. Because I don't know, it's hilarious. So good.
But then you also have the Gun Club. Like, you could easily set those two teams up, had the trio side or whatever, but then like eventually go to, because we all know it's going to be Adam Cole and Red Dragon versus the Elite. They've been setting it up for so long.
Yes, since they got there.
Yeah.
And it's like, just because you don't need them to be the first two teams to fight. Because that's why I have a feeling it's going to be in the finals.
Yeah, I can see that.
But you can like just build that up some other way. But I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And I did not like how they just they really blew past it.
Yeah, I missed it.
It was right after the match. And they're like, oh, we now have the trios titles. And we'll have a tournament for it at All In, and whatever, something at All In. As soon as that ended, went straight to a segment. It's like, what? We've been waiting. Everybody's been talking about it for so damn long, and you just breeze by it.
Yeah.
What? And then you just have a brief segment with the Young Bucks, kind of like, hinting about asking Adam to join, even though we all know Kenny's coming back.
Right. No, it's just, I don't know. Again, it all goes into timing. This timing is horrible. It's horrible for it because everybody, all of your big names are in stories with everybody else. All of your trios done either turned tag team or people got injured or, I mean, everything that you just said about it is just like, the timing for it is bad. If it was 6 months ago, it'd have been perfect. You would have been able to throw it on somebody. Somebody had been able to hold it for a moment. When all of these injuries, I mean, even if you did it on the Undisputed Elite and you put it on Cole and Red Dragon, right? And Cole got injured. You know, y'all can be like, all right, well, they can shoot these promos. Matter of fact, they can add one of their other persons to be a substitute for them, and they can turn into a story where
they have an interim title.
Yeah.
So why can't you just have an interim tag team partner?
Yeah. I mean, they could, and there's so many ways to go about it, but because it really seems like Tony did everything for these huge stories with Hangman Adam Page. He knew where he wanted to get him. He knows where he wants to get MJF, right? He has these things, but now that a lot of that came into form and he's the person that is in charge of all of that, but he's also the person working on dealing with these contracts. It's like now he's trying to figure out, what can I do next? What can I do next? What can I do next? Oh, yeah, this sounds nice. This seems cool. dang, this would be good, but we don't have this person, so now we gotta wait. Like, it seems like the goal that he set out for himself is just not been. The goal has already happened, and he doesn't know what to do after that.
Yeah. A lot of people. Sorry, this might be in response to Triple H taking over. Like he finally brought the trios titles out.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll wait for that, but
sorry, Ronda's.
Yeah, Ronda being weird.
Ronda is weird.
See, here's my thing.
That connection's right. Ronda, you a weirdo.
A lot of people in wrestling, they don't like to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
They want people to cheer them and give them their flowers. I get it. It's a hard. But there is such a beautiful feeling of just being booed. And like, not the go home heat, like really getting underneath people's skins and them wanting to fight you, them wanting to hate you. I love that shit. And it annoys me because I know a lot of wrestlers. I'm not going to call out who they are because that's not important. But there was multiple people where they were legit like damn near cry because people are booing them and heckling them at shows. And I understand if they are like really like hitting certain points, like calling you out your name, like out of your gender, calling you slurs, that all that. I get that, and I get them being angry. But if they're just saying "boo, you suck," and you're getting mad and you're getting upset about that, this isn't the business for you. Yeah, it's like when you are the heel, you nowadays everybody's a twink and a twinner. Yeah. Like they, even if they're a heel, they want to be the cool heel. Like that's why I like MJF. Yeah. MJF isn't necessarily trying to be the cool heel. He is just being himself. He's just being a heel.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you hate me.
And like I get that a lot with some of the women wrestlers actually, where they don't like to be booed. It's like, yo, this is a job. Like if you go to the Feds or the CIA, which if those who don't know, the Feds is WWE, the CIA is AEW. Like if they tell you you're gonna fucking be a heel, fucking be a heel. And you gotta be one. You gotta get booed. That's your job.
And it's actually your job to make people boo you. Like,
and just because you're a heel doesn't mean you're not gonna be able to sell merch. If you haven't like realized stuff lately, everybody likes the heels. You can't get over as a face until you get yourself over as a heel.
Yeah. I wish I had on my AEW Jericho shirt because that man, Jericho has been like the heel a lot out of his career. Like and the fact that he goes on to the point of saying, "Hey, I only want a limited amount of merch because I don't want people to feel like they should want to support me." Like he wants them to. I want them to hate me. I'm a heel. You shouldn't be wanting to buy my stuff as a heel unless you're an asshole like me. Right. And then I'm one of those people
but in the
that
same token, Jericho should have changed the song. Like he keeps the song when he's a face, but like because everybody's singing the song now, especially with the JSA. Because Cool Hand Daddy Matt Jack Two Nipple Luke.
You feel like they don't deserve to sing it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, oh, they don't deserve to sing it. That's what's wrong then.
No, but it plays so perfect into his character because he wants to be praised and worshiped. It's literally the Jericho Appreciation Society. So how can he know that the fans appreciate him other than allowing them to sing to him? Like that is perfect heel. And he's going to get to the point where he changes his song. And it's going to be a song that nobody's going to be able to sing. And it's just going to give him even more heat. But but right now it plays into the psychology of who he is. And that is awesome, which is another reason why Jade and Britt Baker were like the bomb. They took the being hated to that. Jay, oh, I don't like Jay. She's green. Yeah, bitch, green like money. And it was like, right? And then
guess what? All you haters of Jay Cargill, I'm gonna say it again. Jay Cargill is number uno championsos in AEW. She is the true La Championa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And Britt took being hated to a whole new level. Like she.
Like you hate a dentist though, because I mean they can mess up the teeth.
Yeah. And she played that perfectly to where like she even did the conspiracy theory shit. Like that was annoying. That was Jericho and his 1,004 loopholes. That's how bad it was. And it worked for a time where there were no like anybody that really was messing with Britt. Like then for somebody to be so alone in what they're doing and her to bring Riho, Hikaru, and all of them in as this conspiracy thing, elevated her, tried to get them over, and then COVID happened. Like, it would have been amazing. I mean, even Rebel is known, even though she's known as Reba, just because that has gotten over so well. Like, I mean, we don't even hear her really talk to Rebel anymore like that. It's Jamie Hayter and like, but that is what is supposed to be as a heel. And I agree. Not everybody can do it. It took Hulk Hogan 30 years to turn heel. Yeah, I mean,
it took more than that, but
yeah.
So I guess people in I know this isn't wrestling related. It's just funny to me.
Uh-huh.
People in Poland are LARPing as Americans.
Yeah, what's the video of this?
Yeah, I need to see that video.
No, I just saw it because stupid phone. What is it?
They're LARPing as Americans. Are they trying to take down? Are they trying to overthrow the Capitol? Like that is probably what they're doing. That is probably the battleground. That's crazy.
But that being said, everybody, we will be back in a quick second. Like, what were we talking about again?
No, we was talking about what did we? It got into about the heels and the heat and all that shit. Other than that, I don't remember what caused that.
And like another reason why I brought that up is because I was listening to something that Paul Heyman had did over the break, or not the break, but at the tryouts in Nashville, where he's like, yo, I don't know all of what he said, but he's like, you guys aren't going to be, not everybody's going to make it. And are people going to care if you don't make it? No, people aren't going to care. So still just go out there, do your best, and try to get the job. And again, paraphrasing. Also, I heard with the recent tryouts that they weren't that impressed with people.
I believe it.
They aren't necessarily looking for the indie people. They want athletes. And they want to mold their people. I think with Tripp taking over, things might change a little bit, and they might go back to looking for indie people. Go ahead.
That actually did come out in a report. I can't remember. Wrestling Hub on YouTube actually has the report. So shout out to Wrestle Hub. He was talking about Triple H taking over, and even though Tripp does want to have the regular, real experienced wrestlers, he still is going to have some new athletes that they can mold. But he is going to go back to
understandable.
Yeah, there's actually rumors that he intends to in some regard bring back the black and gold and in that type of respect.
I heard that as well. And which we also had Dwight Howard up there. I mean, he's athletic, and I mean, I get it. He definitely.
He's a personality. He's a personality.
Definitely personality.
Yeah.
Definitely personality.
I couldn't see him as a super face or a super heel because his smile and laughter is obnoxious. He's like a big ass, goofy ass kid. So it's going to be funny, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. If he did good, I wouldn't mind to see what he got.
Did you see his promo that he did?
No, I didn't.
Because they had him come up, because everybody, I think, was introducing themselves and doing a promo, and he came up and did one, and I was like, oh, yay.
He looks uncomfortable, didn't he?
He didn't look uncomfortable. He looked perfectly fine. It was just knowing how to cut promos and seeing that I cut promos every day. Every day I cut a promo. Whether I'm in the shower, whether I'm just standing in the mirror, whether I'm just here at work, I'm always cutting a promo. And that's like, that's the way that you practice. It's just cutting promos in the mirror. A lot of people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And also it also goes to me talking to myself. Like, that's one of the best ways to cut a promo. Just talk to yourself.
Yeah.
But also, I guess they were doing some type of media scrum, and someone asked Triple H, like, so what's the difference between you and Vince McMahon's regime? How's it going to be different? And he was like, you just gotta watch.
Yeah, he ain't about to say nothing right now. Just let it. He's just about to do a lot. And y'all are right that if we start to see something being implemented correctly right after SummerSlam.
We just saw, if people don't know, we're filming this on Friday. There was just a 30-minute match to cut off or to start off SmackDown.
Well, wait, because now I got to say that one of our recordings, there was one Raw where there was like, I think it was right after Cody, the Raw after Cody, they had a Raw where it was nothing but wrestling for the first hour and only like one promo. So
I mean, they only had like maybe 2-3 promos today.
Yeah.
So far.
I mean, but I'm saying that Vince was still in control when that happened. So, so they do it. It's just few and far between. I think that when we see something of significance after SummerSlam, if it's implemented properly, it's going to be like, I can see a lot of people making a change. Hey, when my contract is up. Hey, Tony, my contract is up when?
Well, that's going to, I'll get to that in a second. One, Bayley's going to show up after SummerSlam. Let's call that. We need Bayley.
Yes. We do.
We need you.
Yes.
We can't leave the wrestling game. You can't leave the wrestling game alone. Shit needs you.
Yeah, and we miss you.
Triple H, it is said that Triple H, with Triple H at the helm and Stephanie being the new CEO or chairwoman, whatever. They are trying to reconcile the Sasha Banks and Naomi situation.
Yeah.
And everybody believes that with Triple H at the helm and how much like he's worked with both of them, that he could potentially be like, yo, just come back for one more run.
We got
you. And yo, if she does, y'all need to strap a rocket on Sasha Banks. Not that she needs one, because she is already a superstar.
Yeah.
But y'all need to make her an omega star.
Yeah, this is about to be crazy. Like, because wasn't Stephanie a big proponent in the women's division being the way they are?
Yeah, and then we saw that it kind of declined again. But
yeah, but that's still Vince. But now that she's at the helm, oh yeah, women's division is gonna be crazy. Tag division is probably about to be solid again.
That's gonna take a minute.
Wait, which tag division? The male's tag division or the women's?
Male. The women's tag division. They need all the help that they can get. They need to call up people, call back people. Yeah.
In all honesty, I feel like they don't need WWE is just like AEW with so many titles. Like they don't need 2 women's titles. I believe they need a women's title, the tag team title, and then they can have like the intermediate title. Kind of like how AEW was going to do. Like you have the TV. Like I know the TBS and the AEW championship. They like to say that they are like the same, but come on.
Oh no, it can't be the same when Jay got the TBS.
It's the number 1 champion in AEW.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like they put that on her, and it just made that title like. It brought it up, and with how they're playing Thunder Rosa and how everything is going with that has lost some of its luster. So the TBS title seems like the one that is more relevant. And I'm actually not liking the fact that this turned into a whole stable match type thing with Athena and Chris versus the baddies. I mean, it's cool, but that is one of the issues that I do have with AEW as a whole. It's gang war. There's not really a lot of individualized stories. It's a lot of gang war. And that's cool every once in a while, but come on, your team. You got Jon Moxley just squashing people pretty much as champion, just waiting for CM Punk to come back so he can lose? Like,
well, I mean, that's usually how it goes. Like the champion, I don't think that he should constantly put the title on him.
Yes,
he needs to have just regular matches.
But that's only because. But like I said, it's because they're going to bring it back to CM Punk. They're going to have a great match. CM Punk is going to win the title. And that is going to probably help push this Blackpool Combat Club into the trios division. But there's no story with Jon Moxley right now other than he's just coming in and kicking ass. The whole story with the Jericho Appreciation Society and the Blackpool Combat that took a turn. Like, what the fuck is...
Because now... At Quake by the Lake, it's going to be Chris Jericho versus
Moxley.
I was going to say Dean Ambrose. Jon Moxley for the title. So they're still having the JSA Blackpool Combat Club, whatever Eddie Kingston wants to be. Yeah, like that's still necessarily going on. So
yeah, but. It's I don't know, because that one don't even...
It's starting to lose its momentum?
As far as their battles?
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of that, it went from...
Guts, it should have been over.
It probably should have. But that's the thing with Jericho. Like this whole thing is... It's supposed to be Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, and Santana versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. But with that shit going on with Santana Ortiz, Blackpool Combat Society is in, and it seems like it's a gang war when all actuality, it is really Jericho versus Eddie Kingston, and that is being lost in the fucking story. And that is bothering me.
I feel like it's about to be, it's either going to be Eddie Kingston and Ruby or, is Santana hurt? Or is Ortiz hurt? Oh, super, I know. Or Ortiz and Ruby versus Sammy and Todd.
Yeah, probably.
And which, in the main event of Dynamite, Daniel Garcia got the biggest win of his career when he defeated Daniel Bryanson. Brian.
Still missed it. I'm following everything.
Yeah, Brian Danielson. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I said that. I said that Daniel Garcia is about to get this humongous push. Mm-hmm.
We do actually, they need to have a discussion on the changing of the 4 pillars. Because
yeah, I mean they are
the 4 pillars that I see: Daniel Garcia, Ricky Starks. Shit, who are the other 2? Fuck, let me find it. So I know I posted it somewhere on one of the Twitters. Y'all can keep talking though, so it's not there.
Well, what I'm going to say is, because I do want to hear this list, I don't think that the 4 pillars need to change. What I think is that the 4 pillars is actually about to come together. And the younger dudes are going to come together. And it is going to be an all-out gang war between the homegrown versus the former fucking superstars. Go ahead.
So they have Jungle Boy still, Ricky Starks, Daniel Garcia, and Hook. That's the new 4 pillars. Somebody posted that.
That is cool, but again, I'm on the whole. We see that. Okay, Sammy's fall from grace. As far as I think that
he's a crack pillar.
Yeah, Sammy's fall from grace is that. Is a temporary fall. He's probably going to come back.
Oh yeah.
But Jungle Boy still being there, I question. Because he's getting this huge momentum right now. But even with that, am I the only person that feel like there's something missing? There's something that is not hitting the mark. Like that. And I don't know what's happening after this. Like I would have felt it. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. There's no stakes in it. No, MJF is not even a pillar. He's the foundation right now. Because him being gone is showing a lot of flaws. But just the Jungle Boy story. There is no stake in there. There's nothing that ties you in emotionally to this. The only thing that would have tied everybody into the Christian versus Jungle Boy is if it was Christian versus Jungle Boy. I mean, Christian and Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy, where that friendship was at stake.
Still don't even know if Luchasaurus is going to turn because he's still wearing the black. He hasn't went back to green yet.
And I understand that. But the initial turn, the reasoning why we missed that, and with us missing that is a big component into what part of the issue is. I could do it like this. Everybody, I don't know if everybody's seen Tenet, right?
I seen bits and pieces. I just
you couldn't connect
because
you couldn't.
Yeah, because I felt like it was Inception, and I didn't care for Inception either because it was just too much making my mind think.
Here's the thing about Tenet. Tenet was intentionally made for that. Do you know what the protagonist's name in Tenet is?
No, because I don't remember watching.
His name you don't remember because they didn't give him a name. He's known as protagonist.
Mr. Forget-Me-Not.
No, it was, they literally gave a movie about a person that has no depth and just to see if the people can connect. He had no motives. He had no questions of moral. There was nothing in there. He went, he did his job. This thing happened. And so he followed the situation and he just continued to find out what was going on. And you started not knowing why. And if you don't know why, and the protagonists don't know why, you got a story where you're following the blind. And that is what's going on here. We don't know why Lucha changed, right? We don't know why. but we're following this story, not knowing why and not being explained anything. So that connection that we see is like, what the freak is going on? And then the only moment where there was a depth to where we can get some tension in the entire thing, Luchasaurus still turned around and sided with Jungle Boy. And yeah, it may be a swerve, but think about how long that is with you not having a connection. The only little bit of tension that you get from the entire thing is immediately just blown away.
Well, I mean, I see more of the Christian Jungle Boy thing being Christian just being, what's the word I'm thinking of? Something veteran, bitter vet.
And
right, his time has come and gone, and now he can't get over that. The new people are here and are getting over and working better than him, because you remember when he came in, worked harder than everybody else.
Yep.
But has he really been working?
Oh, that's why it changed to worked everyone. But no, but even with that, like, Christian is badass right now. Everybody is enjoying Christian's heel. He's saying shit that MJF probably would have said in passing, but again, there's a disconnect. And that's the only thing that I'm talking to. There's a disconnect. Some of this is entertaining, but when you look at that story, it's like we're missing something. We don't have all the answers, and they look like they don't have all the answers. Because even if he sided with Christian for fame or whatever, there should be some reluctancy in his body or in his matches to where he doesn't just look like a big fucking monster. There should be some hesitation there. Like when Wardlow was going through the shit that he was going through, and he was body slamming the shit out of CM Punk, and you kept seeing MJF, another one. And then Wardlow was looking like he got a question of consciousness. Like, I can beat him. What? I don't.
Sorry, I'm watching this promo with the Usos and the Street Profits.
Oh, see, I wish I was watching it, but it is cool. But yeah, but even that connection is gone. I mean, that connection was there to where there was a question of consciousness, but none of that is here in this one. And they have a habit of doing stories like that as of late. There's no connection. There's no stakes in anything. Like, the one thing that had stake, Gun Club versus the Acclaim. They're
going to start a rap. They're going to do a rap song tonight on Rampage. I'm censoring myself right now.
Yeah, but there was stake there. There was a camaraderie there. There was a connection that was built there. And then it all just went away. And then after it went away, you still had to worry about Billy, because who was he going to side with? Like, they had questions for you. You didn't know, but you knew that an answer was going to be. Team Tazz breaking up. That came out of nowhere, and that built a lot of tension, right? Yeah. We got this tag team title that is going on with Swerve and Keith Lee, and we know that that's a ticking time bomb that's going. So now we're going to be watching with the drama of when is it going to happen, right? So all of those things are things that, even though I don't agree with the last one I said and how that was good timing, I think the timing.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Jeff Jarrett sold the hell out of that super kick.
Okay, now that makes more sense. Because, all right, so they're having a promo. They started to brawl and everything. Jeff Jarrett goes to sit on one top rope. They fight towards him. He's like, yo. He jumps down, jumps to the other rope. They fight towards him again. Then he gets super kicked. So I think that all just played out.
That's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, that is, but that's all I was talking about. Yeah, they're missing there's a lot of disconnect that's going on with all of this. But That's probably would be, if they had a writing team, it probably would help a little better.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, their creatives is so wrong.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's needed. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Seeing how creative write when they know that their stuff is not going to be thrown in the trash an hour before showtime.
But here's also the thing. I don't think AEW even has a real creative.
No, they don't.
They let everybody else kind of do their own thing, which, I mean, that's cool, but you do need some people. You need creative to work with like talent.
Yeah,
you need like a direction.
Yeah, no. What was said was that the coaches, Chris Daniels, Arn Anderson, all of the coaches like that are in the back. Yeah. They're talking to. They'll take ideas from the wrestlers, try to flesh it out with them, then run it up to Tony. And Tony decides if there's some value there, if there's something with the story, if it's coinciding with the overall story. And now,
well, then that must mean some of the superstars who are playing about no time. He said, come up with something that.
But that's the thing. If you got this guy that is trying to build a contract, that's trying to get the trios title onto either Kenny Omega or the Undisputed Elite, is trusting all of these big time superstars to lead the way, even though it is his homegrown that is literally doing all of this. If you got this guy distracted with so much, a creative team helping to flesh it out and saying, hey, this is the plan that we can see for the next 6 months. Boom. Here's how we can work in Sonny Kiss. Boom. Here's how we can work in some of the talent. And then he's like, oh, but what does this do for? Dude, let's create good wrestling like how it was intended to be at the very beginning. So, yeah, but that's a creative team is probably needed for him. It takes some of the stress off of that for him too. Like, I know that he probably don't see the benefit right now, but you are doing 2 fucking wrestling promotions. You are running a football team. You are trying to get this contract for Time Warner to be one of the bigger ones in the wrestling market, even though yours is kind of all right now, but you're trying to make it comparable to WWE. You are trying to build relationships with other wrestling promotions. Like, all of this shit that you're doing, just get one writer to work with your coaches to create shit. Let your writer know what your plan is and tell them, hey, make this a dream. See how this goes, because All Out is coming. Hey, take the next 3 weeks to write out a storyboard and idea, and let's get this shit going. And that'll make it easier, and it would allow for the roster to see the vision, so they can see, oh, I could be worked in on there. I can be worked in there. I can be worked in there. Oh, matter of fact, I could be a comedy relief in this one. Hey, this person might need a manager. Let me just see. Like, there's a lot of different ways that a writing team and planning ahead and streamlining shit works. And he needs it. Because right now I'm getting frustrated. I'm still loving the AEW, but there's things that are frustrating a little bit. Huh?
Say hire Road Dogg.
Yeah.
Lobby with Tony Khan to get a job. Apparently Tony Khan goes to them.
He needs to hire Road Dogg. Road Dogg will make this a lot interesting.
Road Dogg has talked shit about the company for so long, though. Like, why would he want to sign somebody who has been so disrespectful, I guess?
So is Eric Bischoff.
Man, listen. I be trying to give Eric Bischoff the benefit of the doubt, but I can still see that WWE check coming in. I hear it.
Yeah.
Man, his ass gets on my nerves. And I was listening to something that he was saying, and I was like, well, he kind of right. And then he turns it all the way left. And it was like, I can't even give you credit for some shit that you're saying right now, because you start off with a good idea. Because I believe he even talks about the fact that they probably do need a creative team. In fact, that's one of the things that he did talk about. And he was saying that he's seen some promos that would never go up under him. And I'm like, well, I've seen some of your promos that you allowed to go. So let's not have that.
Road Dogg was a part of NXT when they lost the Wednesday Wars. So
yeah,
and he was like one of the writers and creative people there.
Yeah,
I mean that's not an indictment. There we go on him, but I mean, he said he's been going on every platform that he can to beg for a job. Yeah. It's like, come on, Rody.
No, I mean,
just wait for now that Triple H is back in charge, bro.
Just go back there.
Chill, relax.
Go back to SmackDown.
Take a beat, breathe.
That's only a Triple H want him back.
I mean, no, he was already grooming him in NXT. Like he had his people at NXT that he was grooming for if and when he took over. So now that he is technically taking over, he can.
Now that's what's up. Yeah.
Take over.
But let's go ahead and move to someone who I don't necessarily care about, but he is a legend in the wrestling business. And technically, I was looking at the card for this. This is more of a Forbidden Door than the Forbidden Door.
Yeah. But that was what I was trying to come across last week. Like, dog.
Well, because they have, let's see, which is a little weird, but each person or each promotion, they're having their own people. What am I thinking of? Their own commentary people. So for right now, let me see if I can.
Right, because Tony Schiavone is going to be there. I seen the list. I can't remember the list.
All right, so we have a Bunkhouse Battle Royal, which this has people from ECW, Impact, NWA, Progress, AAA, Black Label Pro, Wrestling Revolver, USWA, OVW. That's just the Battle Royal. And then we're going to have Jonathan Gresham versus Alan Angels versus Nick Wayne versus Koshi Takata.
Wow.
That's our old boy from Impact. Oh, not Impact. AEW. I want to say that's the Japanese guy that we're all high up on.
Nick Wayne, 16-year-old.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about last year? Yeah. I know that sounds familiar.
Real quick, timeout. We have to say Max Dupree got kicked out of Max and the Male Mountains, which that's weird. But then we also have...
they're going to have Maxine Dupree. Oh, he's back? Because I know Maxine Dupree is supposed to be there.
It's both Maxine and whatever. Anyways, we have the legacy match of Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton representing the Rock and Roll Express versus Brian Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson, and they're representing the Four Horsemen.
That is what's up.
Which I prefer that over having the old men wrestle. I'm not saying old men like that, but I would rather, Yeah. So then we have they say it's an Impact / MOW interpromotional, but it's definitely a ROH. But it's the Briscoes versus the Von Eriks. In a New Japan match, we have Clark Connor versus Ren Narita. For the AAA match, we have Bandito versus Black Taurus versus Laredo Kid versus Ray Phoenix. That's just going to be...
That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah. We have Killer Cross versus Davey Boy Smith, and they are representing MLW. We have the Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley representing Impact Wrestling. We have Deonna Purrazzo versus Rachel Ellering versus Jordan Grace, and they're representing Impact. And this is for the Impact Knockouts title.
Mm-hmm.
We have Jacob Fatu versus Josh Alexander for the Impact World title. And then in Ric Flair's last match, we have Ric Flair and Andrade versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that legit hit damn near every promotion. The only one that I don't necessarily think is because even AEW's in with Brian Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson.
Yep.
And Ray Phoenix.
And Ray
like
Phoenix.
the only, yeah. If it was somebody else besides Jeff Jarrett, I would say this was a complete forbidden door. But nonetheless,
yeah. Like I said, it was what I said last week. Like it's because it's Jeff Jarrett and it's because it's Ric Flair that they allowed Jeff Jarrett to actually go. So
be a part. Yeah.
For me, this wasn't even one of my conspiracy theory moments. I was just having fun with it. But that card looks nice.
Yeah, I think it's happening Sunday, right?
Yep. Cause shit. Cause what's his face is tomorrow night. SummerSlam tomorrow.
SummerSlam.
Yep. SummerSlam.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So we're gonna have to go through that card and make our predictions. I don't feel like making predictions for the Ric Flair one because
ain't no
nah.
Yeah.
I mean it goddamn. Okay, question because we actually about to take a break. So I'm just gonna run through this question real quick. Is it a possible way that you can separate the performer from their personal life and actions?
Who are you talking about per se?
Let's just keep it on Ric Flair's last match. Ric Flair is an icon. He is legendary in the wrestling world. He has been this guy for 50, 60 years. He done been through at least 3 generations of children growing into adulthood. People know Ric Flair's face without even knowing, and they know what he does.
So the reason why I don't like Ric Flair is I just never really liked Ric Flair. It's not that I don't have respect for him, because I definitely have respect for him. It's Ric fucking Flair.
Right.
But I just never cared for Ric Flair growing up. He wasn't that guy for me.
He was the crazy old guy when I was watching. Yeah. But
it was just like,
and that's more so goes for me too, because it's like, it's Ric Flair. But now let's throw this on to Vince McMahon.
Obviously you could tell by just the way that he was getting cheered when he would come to the ring still after everything that came out.
Yeah. But no. I'm not talking about people. I'm holding this to history because
we do that with everybody regardless, because one, not everybody's perfect.
Right.
I mean, I've separated the Michael Jackson situation. Because per the law, he was acquitted. And all these people going off of the law. The law says this, the law says that. So by law, I just separated everything from Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson he's my childhood. Everything that, the dancing, the singing, all that has all come from Michael Jackson. So I have to be able to separate stuff. Even with stuff like Chris Benoit. One, Chris Benoit's theme song is still my favorite theme song ever. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. But I've had to separate the personal from what he did do, from his performance, because when I was wrestling, I didn't base a lot of my move sets off of Chris, but I definitely would like hit hard because of Chris, because Chris Benoit was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up.
Yeah.
Same.
But yeah, there's times where we have to separate it. Just like I want to say, yeah, Paul Heyman said it best. I can't even paraphrase what he said about Chris Benoit, but he basically was like, as a performer, he was amazing, but as a man, he's a piece of shit. So, like, I have to go with it that way, because half of the people in the music industry that I listen to, they've done some shitty ass shit. They just has been not really swept underneath the rug, but it's not really talked about and or not really forgiven, but they just let them slide. Because people still listen to Chris Brown, people still listen to Trey Songz. Elvis Presley was having sex with little kids.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. But here's the thing. I agree with you about Elvis. Trey Songz's career has gone down in the trash for like the better half of the last 2 years with everything that's come out. Chris Brown has been redeemed. He done went through a lot of shit and he worked himself through it.
He still doesn't give the due that he's supposed to get just because of the situation.
Yeah,
so,
no. But with that, it's like, all right, and I'll finish it with this. But with that, it's like looking at Chris Brown, looking at R. Kelly are looking at two different people. There's some things that are so reprehensible that you can't, like, R. Kelly shaped our childhood too. But
I can't listen to his music at all.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but
and I Believe I Can Fly is a great song.
Man, he made a great song, but you can't listen to it now because the mind state of where it came from is it is bothersome. But we're recording until he gets back in here. Yeah, but yeah, that was my whole thing about can we take it away? Because I guess one of the things that I noticed was that when Vince had everything that he was going through, everybody talked about how great of a man he is. Like, oh, he's an excellent man. He's a great man. This, that, and the third. And it's like, okay, is it possible that he can be great? He can be a great man and still be this nasty old man that done some such shit. Like, and like, I give Ric Flair kind of a pass because look at the time that he drew a lot as a person, as far as personality wise, as far as inclusiveness. But I think that, his roots is always going to be his roots. So, him doing the helicopter dance is something that probably was funny and cool back in the 1950s, yeah. But 1990s is like, nigga, what? Right? And then, but yeah, it's just, I guess what I've come to realize is that people don't acknowledge that humans are hypocrites and that it's okay.
Oh yeah, we are the hugest oxymoronic hypocritical pieces of shit. And everybody just thinks that, oh, we're not. No. Even if you say you're not, you are. Yeah. It goes along with religion and like politics. People pick and choose what they want to believe in, yada, 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 yada. But we're going to go off of all this and we're going to go talk about the SummerSlam card because that's what's happening tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We got the SummerSlam card. All right. And I'm only reading it in the order in which it is being shown. We are doing Logan Paul versus The Miz in a singles match.
I don't care.
Don't care.
Logan Paul.
Even though Ciampa had an amazing promo.
Yeah.
An amazing promo about the Logan Paul Miz match and why he aligned himself with the Miz. I have a feeling he's going to
Don't think about it. I see it.
Logan Paul's gonna win, but only because Ciampa's gonna interfere.
Okay.
Yes. Do it.
All right.
And give that man his theme music back, goddammit.
they
No. Give that man the theme music of him not coming out to music.
Yeah, or that. It was the best theme music he had. It came out to absolutely nothing. Just
he would just walk.
Just booze.
Wow, that's awesome. We got Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey for the WWE Women's Championship.
I want Bailey
SmackDown.
to win.
You said what?
So I want Bailey to win.
Yeah, I want Bailey to win too. I want to. That's hard because I mean they are not going to have Liv Morgan beat Ronda Rousey first.
Yeah, in no way.
Whatever. I'm going for Liv.
But
I have Liv winning, but I have Liv winning by maybe disqualification or something because Natalya and Sonya Deville gets involved.
Hey, that may happen, but hey, it's Liv champion still until Bailey comes back.
ooh, and then we get Ronda and Shayna, put them as a tag team.
Yes.
It's right there.
Like, honestly, if you really like want to make the tag team division, women's tag team division crazy, get those two titles. Let them beat every woman's ass.
Okay.
So good.
Then we have Bobby Lashley versus Theory.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get thrown around all week.
He might get the win if that's been the thing. He and his ass whoop all week just to
Physically.
yeah.
Emotionally.
Just to get the championship. Yeah. I'm still saying Bobby though.
No more.
Definitely Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah.
All right. Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin.
Oh man.
Pat.
Our boy Pat.
Yeah.
Technically, Pat McAfee is, I think, 2-2. No, I think he's 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think he lost
Keep
to
that.
Adam Cole in NXT.
no, he lost to Vince McMahon.
Hey, you might think about that match. Yeah, wiped it from my memory.
All right. Yeah, Pat. The Mysterios versus Judgment Day in a no disqualification tag match.
Judgment Day.
They better win.
Because Dominic Mysterio is going to turn on his dad.
Man, listen, we've been waiting for Dominic to turn for a year and a half.
Rey
now.
Mysterio is going to turn on his son.
Rey Mysterio hasn't turned in 30 fucking years. He's not turning for fucking Judgment Day. Okay.
For one night at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he's been the consummate baby face for like 30 years. Like if he was in the
ECW for a very short time, he was a heel.
yeah, and that didn't
When
work.
him and Kidman and Conan created the Filthy Animals.
I never saw them as fucking heels in that though. I mean, Conan was an asshole, but I never. Yeah, I'm gonna go off on that. It didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. But we gonna do the Usos versus the Street Profits for the tag team WWE Undisputed Championship with Jeff Jarrett as special guest referee.
After what I just saw, I'm gonna say the Usos win.
Yeah.
And that's because
Oh, we went quiet. Hey, yeah. Nope.
God damn.
There we go.
shit. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Jeff Jarrett's going to hit one of the Street Profits with a guitar, and the Usos are going to win. He's going to hit him by accident, trying to hit one of the
Usos.
Just
Yep, he went it again. Bianca Belair. Oh wait, did you? What did you? I didn't even get you. You think the Usos?
Yeah.
Man, I'll say the Usos, but I want the Street Profits to win. But yeah,
because they're still going to have the titles on Roman. I feel like once the titles are off the Usos, that's giving you an indication of their soon to take the titles off.
Roman, I mean, yeah.
They could lose, and then Roman to lose at Clash at the Castle.
Yeah.
That I don't know why that made me sick to my stomach. I don't know why. I don't know why. But Bianca Belair. Oh, I just sold the record. I want Street Profits to win, so I'm riding with Street Profits. I know this uphill battle, but yeah.
It can go either way.
I'll be fine either way on whoever wins.
Yeah. Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship.
Bianca.
I want them to keep this thing of
they about to beat her in 28 seconds.
Becky just going a little bit more crazier every day.
Yeah, I like that. I like that
influence of like her and Seth because they are both crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all see that purple outfit that she came out in like a couple of weeks ago? I think it was like 2 weeks, or was it last week?
Possibly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forget the exact.
It looked like she was making fun of Jade Cargill. Like that. I'm gonna send you this video, and they put it into perspective. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, I like Becky Lynch world coming to like crashing down on her, and she's having a manic moment. I think that plays well on her. I think it got over when she was like, if anybody's going to win anything in the damn, and one of my matches is going to be me.
Oh, yeah, with 24/7 title?
Yeah, I thought that was amazing. I was like, wow, she's about to go crazy. And if Bianca Belair keeps beating her and she falls down further and further and they start bringing other women up and Becky is helping getting them over, kayfabe losing. I think that when it comes time for around a WrestleMania thing, that people would be happy if Becky either as a heel or redemption story wins the championship. Yeah. But
I see her winning the championship at WrestleMania. They might do Clash at the Castle, but I want them to hold off until WrestleMania.
Yeah, I do too. I do see them doing it at Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle.
The tag team titles or Doudrop in Nikki, almost a supervillain.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're also from Europe.
Yeah. Then we got Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Wait, there's another match. Who just won in the what's up?
Oh no.
Oh, you just throwing up your ones? You acknowledging? All right. Then let's talk about that. But we still have that other match. Oh no, that's the Clash at the Castle. That's Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for last man standing. I think that you know what? First, let me make sure that I got it too. But you know what? I would have appreciated this being an Iron Man match more than a last man standing. Because I'm tired of last man standing and it's
sorry, I was thinking it's like, they do the whole Seth Rollins type of thing again, where Theory comes in and gets involved with the match. But I was like, a triple threat. Last man standing is physically impossible. I mean, it's not, but where it's hard to keep two people down.
Yeah.
Especially Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. You could do it with some other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have appreciated this being an Iron Man match. That shit
You get two like small people, and you have them versus Brock Lesnar in the last man standing, and Brock Lesnar just destroys both of them. That's really how you get a big guy over.
Yeah, that is.
That's what they should have done with Almost.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what they try to portray with Warlow and his whole security guard match and all of that. Like
true.
Yeah, there's a lot of great ways of doing it, but we all believe that is Roman, right?
So
even though this is more for the Usos, because day one, but still,
we acknowledge it.
Theory's getting beat up some more.
Yeah, got beat up by Brock, and then Drew came and Claymored him. This thing is weak, bro. He better be world champ tomorrow.
But then again, Austin, regardless on if people want him to like lose or whatever, or if people don't like him because he's being shown, he's doing his fucking job.
He's definitely doing his job,
and he is doing what I wish other heels would do. He's making people hate him. Yeah. And yes, it's a little bit of go home heat, but it's also just heat.
Yeah, no, because he's like the right amount of corny. Like that has been one of the things that I liked about him. Like he's a little corny, and then the whole selfie thing was like, but he's been consistent, and that is one of the things that I do appreciate from him, which I thought definitely if Vince was around, he was about to be in the Clash of the Castle with Brock and Drew. Like they might even still do that depending on how much heat he gets and how much they try to put him over.
Yep.
Yeah, and if he gets like all that heat, he is actually. I wouldn't be surprised if they put a title run on him soon. I'll say that. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be the one to beat Roman, but whoever, whether it's Brock, whether it's Drew, I can see them holding it for a moment as he grows into his stardom because he is a star.
Yeah.
He has that person.
I see him definitely cash in on Drew.
Yeah. So yeah, that definitely work. But I don't think
I have a rumor. So we all know Matt Riddle is injured.
Yeah.
So Seth Rollins don't have a match at SummerSlam tomorrow. So
it's like, he said something.
Yeah, he said, I hear you. Because Rollins was like, I tried so hard to get on this show.
Yeah.
Things just kind of happen. Like, yeah, you attacked the man last week. The rumor is like Rollins gonna have like another like surprise match like he did with Cody at WrestleMania.
He's made his return.
I hope it's not the return. Honestly, if they brought in somebody new, then got them
somebody old.
Yeah, they're gonna need somebody old to give him a win. He needs a win.
Need a win.
Yeah.
Who do you think they will put in there?
Johnny Wrestling.
I don't know.
Gargano.
What I do know is that
Gargano's injured.
Oh, he ain't. Gargano got a contract.
No, just because he got a contract, he's not at 100% yet. He literally said the only match that he will come back for is if they needed him to replace somebody in Ric Flair's last match. Other than that, he's not coming back until he's 100%. He's close, but he's not. That is an actual quote. That's an actual quote.
Breaking my heart. He's ruined my whole life.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, but this whole internet thing is ruining my whole night because I can't watch Rampage.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure a way to cut it on at my house too. Is there anything else, fellas?
I was just about to ask that. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nah. Sometime tomorrow.
Tomorrow's
got to be something.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna. Don't hold me to it, but I might.
Quote him not.
I might try to live stream SummerSlam on the YouTube channel. So even if we can like get if y'all decide to hop on or whatever, I could try to see if I can get that shit to work.
I could potentially hop on, but yeah, we're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Come on, TV.
Because I might do it. I'm gonna try to see if I can do it on two things, because I also want to do it on my channel too. Because yeah.
But that being said, we don't have much to talk about.
Nothing else.
So only hit him with the outro.
All right. So if nobody told you today that they love you, I love you. Fuck what the other two think. I love you, right? But no, if nobody told you today that they love you, I love you. Nobody said that they was riding with you. We are riding with you. If nobody said that you're awesome, you know that you're awesome listening to this show. We ask that you continue to push through, because it is only temporary. We're rooting for you. You got this. Victory is on your side. We are all triumphant in what we're going through right now. So we're rooting for you to be triumphant too. All I want y'all to really do, though, is continue to do what it is that you love. That is watching, talking, being a part of the wrestling universe. And hopefully they change that in WWE, welcoming the WWE universe to an episode of Raw. We all clearly mean the audience. Yeah, I hope y'all stop that.
Sanjay Dutt is wrestling in a suit.
Yeah.
You said what?
Sanjay Dutt is wrestling in a suit.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, but until next time.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit us up on our social medias. I know I need to start saying that in the beginning, but I'm going to try to remember and not do it at the end.
Nah, you're doing cool. That is great. Like, if we do it in the middle or the end, because people don't like hearing it.
All three
Yeah,
parts.
people don't like hearing it at the very beginning, because it's like, nigga, we don't even know if we like you yet. So why you telling us to like? Like, hey, if you like us, yeah. I mean, you're trying to see what up with the what up. But yeah, that's it. Rampage is on. I'm trying to get to that. Peace
Everybody,
out.
have fun with SummerSlam.
Oh,
have
yeah.
fun with Flair's last match, and whatever happens with Raw, SmackDown after SummerSlam.
All right. All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.